Welcome to the City Lifestyle Podcast, Vegas edition, where we're covering the people, the places, and the events that make up our community. We're glad you're here.
Welcome to Sit Down with City Lifestyle Vegas. We are here today interviewing our partners in the wellness field. I'm Camilla Durand, your host, and I'm here representing Red Rock City Lifestyle, Henderson City Lifestyle, and South Vegas City Lifestyle magazines, the best in class of marketing and advertising for local businesses. I'm here today with Blake Youmans, the owner of Dynamic Stem Cell.
That's right.
Thank you for being here today and welcome. It's an honor to talk to you and learn more about stem cell therapy. So
there you go.
You're it. Tell us all about what you do.
Oh, boy. Well, there's a lot to it. But basically what we're utilizing is basic human building blocks, or the building blocks of the human body. We get those sourced from umbilical cord tissue from FDA-registered labs. We also get them from a patient's own body, from bone marrow or lipoaspirate or fat transfer. And basically what we do is we're taking these raw building materials and providing them to a body to help our bodies heal itself. And as we all know, our bodies can heal themselves. It just takes time. And as we age, we have less healing ability. Mm-hmm. So we're utilizing these young, healthy cells to help our bodies heal themselves faster.
So you're gonna use my cells to heal my body.
Correct. In some circumstances, or we'll use umbilical cord stem cells. So those are allogenic or perinatal stem cells. Those are not from you, to help like older people or people like obviously they don't have fat, to utilize these cells that are live and healthy from third-party independent lab analyses of more than 86% live cells. We're utilizing the jelly around inside the umbilical cord that's been proven to have the most MSCs. MSCs are the ones that go towards inflammation and injury. They get to the root cause, and then they mitigate the healing response while like spilling their contents from their cell walls of cytokines, exosomes, secretomes, and proteins to help microenvironment for healing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you have a medical director at your clinic.
I do. Yeah, Dr. Dale Carrison.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. And he is going to determine then what kind of cells are going to be used.
Yeah.
The percentage. Sorry, I know these are a lot of questions in a row,
good.
But do you guys combine like cells from the patient with the umbilical cords, or can it be 100% the umbilical cords?
Yeah. In some cases, some people want their own, and in combination, they would like to use a booster of healthy young cells.
Okay.
So we can do a combination of both. Sometimes people just want to say, hey, my body's healed itself all my life. Let's try to utilize these cells that are trapped or stored in bone marrow, trapped in fat or stored in bone marrow that aren't able to be utilized actively by the body. We take them, we make them usable, and then we bring them back to the body. Same day, same procedure. Mm-hmm. That keeps us FDA compliant.
Okay, wonderful. Mm-hmm. Speaking of FDA compliant, you've been in the market for 10 years,
yes,
right? Who started this company, Blake?
Yeah, so it was founded by my mother. My mother was an ER physician. She had been doing reactive medicine for 17 years, and she decided she wanted to get into more prevention and wellness. She thought that's the way that everybody should start going. We started that in 2005. We had a wellness practice, prevention, and we had a med spa as well. So she was doing Botox fillers. We had like laser hair removal. We had estheticians, massage therapists. In 10,000 square feet, we had a big practice. Mm-hmm. And we started doing cosmetic liposuction. So we were just really focused on aesthetics. But at the main core and crux of her expertise was bioidentical hormone replacement therapy and really looking for natural solutions to help people heal themselves. So we always believed in stem cells. We just didn't think technology was there yet until 2014 when we started with it.
And stem cells, you told me that it started about 40 years ago in Europe.
About 40 years ago in Germany, and then it's gained more and more popularity all throughout the world. In 2006 was the first time anyone really in America, other than embryonic stem cell, of course, in the Bush administration, 2001, they obviously came down with some strict guidelines with that because we were using embryonic sources, so most probably from IVF and not actually aborted babies. But they were looking to do research on these young, healthy, basic cells to try to find cures for diseases, cancer, etc. So,
And there's the stem cell, and then I've heard of PCP.
PRP.
PRP.
Definitely not PCP.
So stem cell and PRP, how are they different?
Yeah, so PRP is just growth factors that we get from a blood. We take a simple blood draw, about 10 milliliters of blood. We spin that blood down. Red blood cells go to the bottom. Top layer is plasma that's platelet rich. We use that plasma that's platelet rich as growth factors to basically act as a local irritant when we inject, and it causes stem cell recruitment. So it's a bunch of growth factors. Stem cells, on the other hand, are actually live cells from that Wharton's jelly. So again, that jelly around inside the umbilical cord. Those MSCs are live, and I like to think of them as like little foremen. They get to the work site, or we directly inject them into the area. They go to the root cause of inflammation and injury, which they're now at the work site, and then they say, hey, we need special workers with specialized functions. Come to this area to fix XYZ, be it tendons, ligaments, cartilage, muscle, even bone. And then they're the ones that actually do the work, while those stem cells that we gave just basically provide a better microenvironment, spilling those proteins, cytochromes, and exosomes.
Wonderful. And so I don't think I have a lot of cartilage in on my knees.
Okay.
Would that work even if I don't have much cartilage on my knees?
Yeah, if it's completely bone on bone, then, this might be like the last shot before actual replacement surgery.
Okay.
But we have seen cartilage improvement up to 30 and 70% quantitatively in MRI testings before and after. So that's proof positive quantitatively that these things do work.
Okay. And is everything done at your facility?
Yep. We have a outpatient surgical clinic. We have 2,600 square feet. The front is more like a spa, and we don't want to make it feel sterile. But the back is definitely more sterile and clean, and that's where we do all the procedures. And the only risk that we can do or make for any person is to provide cells and possibly cause an infection. So we minimize that risk altogether. We've been doing this for since 2005, really, so about 20 years, and we haven't had any issues with any kind of infections whatsoever, be it surgeries before to stem cell therapy since 2014.
And speaking of then having people come to your facility, I've heard that unfortunately there's been a proliferation of unethical professionals that are going to people's homes to perform these kind of procedures. Can you talk a little bit about that so our listeners can be on alert and be warned about this type of service that's offered?
Sure. I mean, I know one company in particular that's come in from another state. What they do is they're like basically targeting people that are retired, that live in those retirement communities, and they're doing lunch and learns. And they're saying, hey, come to our lunch, learn a little bit about stem cells, and then they're just basically doing high-pressure sales. Like, if you buy today, it's this price. If you buy tomorrow, it's going to be a much higher price. So people are kind of apt to just do it. They do procedures in people's homes, which is kind of crazy because
I know you have a sterile facility in your medical practice for this kind of procedures, and people are going to the homes. The stove has just been used
or whatever, on your couch, which is not sterile,
with your cat right there licking and your dog.
All the things. Exactly.
Wow.
So in our industry, we call them bad actors. And that's what the FDA is looking out for too. But this company in particular, their medical director is a psychiatrist. And I don't think he knows anything about doing injections into a person's body or even doing wellness infusions. They're just kind of using this person's license. And I don't know who the providers are. I imagine there are a lot of nurse practitioners, which know dings against nurse practitioners, but they don't have very much medical experience in doing procedures because they've always been nurses. So maybe they have a little bit of knowledge about it, but they didn't do internships, residencies, and fellowships like doctors did.
Right. And what about outside of the United States? How is the stem cell, community arena outside?
So the thing about what we can do here legally in America is we have to use less than minimally manipulated products. So basically straight from birth tissue to a person's body with less than minimal manipulation. The only manipulation they really do in the labs, in the FDA registered labs that we use, is they take out all the red blood cells. So there's no fear of rejection. Your body, my body, anybody's body, to mitigate most of those kind of issues that you might be seeing clinically. Outside the country, they can more than minimally manipulate, which means they can grow and expand cell counts. So if we get 30 million per milliliter, they can make that 30 million, 300 million. And then they can say, okay, we want those 300 million to become cardiac cells because we're treating a heart patient. And then they'll guide them become one cell lineage, and then they'll take those cells and they might inject them in the heart, might do an IV. I don't know exactly how they're doing it out there, but it's good if they have good regulation. Mm-hmm. It's bad if they don't. So I don't think Mexico has very high regulations, but Costa Rica does. Not sure about Colombia either, but I know Ukraine has higher regulations as well. So as long as we're working in concordance with their regulatory bodies and they're doing everything right, then things can be
safe.
Amazing.
They're safe.
They can be really, really good. But if they do it wrong and, they're growing and expanding these cells kind of out of sterile environments, they're proliferating into zombie or senescent cells, those kind of things can definitely have a negative impact on our bodies.
So what are the negative impacts that people can experience if they don't go to an ethical facility and, have these?
Yeah, obviously you can get virus, bacteria, fungus, a disease. You could even die.
Really?
Yeah.
It's very serious then.
Yeah.
Very
definitely.
serious.
So that's why we use FDA registered labs. The FDA, good and bad, they do monitor drugs and devices. They are going to make sure everything, all the sterility is done right and the processing is done right. So when it gets to the consumer level, at least there's all those safeguards in place to make sure that, we're providing a really good product and at the end of the day, hopefully getting good patient outcome.
Very, very beautiful.
Yeah.
I love what you do to prevent and to help people cure themselves, heal themselves.
Yep, that's right.
What sets you apart from the little competition that you have here in the Valley?
So, there's more and more popping up, but, we've been in practice for 10 years. I built my business off of reputation marketing. So I do believe I'm the best reviewed clinic that does stem cell therapy in the entire United States. So
wow, in the United States.
Yeah.
Wow, what an honor it is to have you here and as a partner in the community with City Lifestyle, Blake.
There you go. That's right.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. So, again, I built my business off reputation marketing. Basically, do a good job for people. They, leave a review. They tell their friends and family. That's obviously got me through the pandemic was referrals. And, people are really getting better. And at the end of the day, all I care about is patient outcome. So me getting good patient outcome, these people telling their story, sharing it with other people that might have similar issues to them is really inspiring. And, I do a lot of follow-up. I think that's one thing that other companies might not do as well as me. But along the way, in their healing journey, I find out when exactly they're feeling better. And sometimes it's really soon, within a couple weeks. Sometimes it takes a year. It just really depends on the person.
And do they have more than one procedure in the same spot in their bodies, or is it usually one procedure?
So at our clinic, we won't do more than 3 injuries or 3 areas at one time.
Okay. But if I want to go and have my knee fixed, is it only one time that I'm going to need?
One injection.
Oh, one injection.
One
that's
and done.
it.
Yep.
Wow.
One and done. We fill the entire joint capsule full, and then you come back. Maybe in 2 months, 6 weeks to 8 weeks, we during the follow-up, we'll say, are you feeling 80% better? If you're not, we'll do another PRP injection for free for you. Just to help.
PRP, not PCP.
Yeah, definitely not. Yeah.
And tell us, do you have a memorable client testimonial or story that you can share with us? Like, it stands out.
I have a ton. I mean, I can just tell you a recent one. I have a gentleman. He came in from Italy. He got treatment with us.
How old?
I think he's 68.
Okay.
Yeah, so around that age. He's 68. He came in from Italy with his wife. He got treatment for rheumatoid arthritis. We're 3 months out now. He just called me or texted me through WhatsApp, and he said that his rheumatologist said he no longer has rheumatoid arthritis.
Wow, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's beautiful to hear.
It's amazing. So, I mean, I had some patients yesterday, spinal cord injury, she's doing better. Guy with ruptured discs, they're now bulging discs. That's it. So they've obviously gotten a ton better. Obviously, their quality of life is better. And I've had Parkinson's patients, lots of different patients with different problems that have had all these positive outcomes very quickly.
So Parkinson's, isn't it a degenerative disease though?
Yeah.
So how does a stem cell affect the brain and help with that?
So they can very easily cross the blood-brain barrier. How exactly it does it, I don't know.
Okay.
Basically it's just we're providing these raw materials for your body to heal itself. Even undiagnosed problems can be alleviated because these cells are going towards the root cause of inflammation and injury and then mitigating that healing response from there. Mm-hmm. So how exactly it works, I don't know because everybody's body is different. Uh-huh. But I know that it can't hurt anybody and it can only help them. And that's all we've been doing for the past 10 years.
I'm amazed and in awe.
Oh,
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anything else that you'd like to share about the clinic itself before we give your information, how people can find you, et cetera, et cetera?
I mean, no, we just have high reviews. We're really good.
Yeah, you are. You're really good. We wouldn't partner with you if you weren't.
Yeah, obviously, for real.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, I think, the proof is in the pudding at the end of the day. We just are providing the cells from the right lab, doing the right testing to make sure it's safe for you. And then we're providing the cells in the best procedural way possible to give you, at the end of the day, the best outcomes. And it seems like it's working. We've been doing it for 10 years. We perfected it to, we've made mistakes as all businesses do and, trying maybe more than 3 injuries at once and then patients don't really get the results. So we've honed it down. We've found out kind of a secret sauce to get people well and better. And I haven't had any complaints yet. And everybody's really doing better. And that's what keeps me fueled because if it wasn't working, I would do something else with my life.
For sure. And I think that one of the deterrents that keeps people away is price, yes. So tell the viewer, what is like the price range? Where do you start at? And I know it can go like infinite, right? Infinity.
Well,
but
not really. It's anywhere from $400 to $25,000.
Okay.
So it's not infinite, but there's a big discrepancy there. So it all depends. That's why we urge people to come in for a free consultation, go over most recent MRIs within the last 3 to 6 months if it's an injury that we're treating. Of course, blood work as well. And we'll kind of go over everything, get your history, do a physical examination, and then say, what we believe would work best for that person in particular, because each and every person is unique and need a unique formula for their success.
So as little as $400 can get people their quality of life improved.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And where can we find you? Tell us, where are you located, your phone number?
Sure. So we're very conveniently located about 2 miles from the Las Vegas airport. We're on the corner of Sunset and Green Valley in Henderson, Nevada. Our physical address is 2551 North Green Valley, Suite 305, C like Charlie, Henderson, Nevada 89014. And our phone number is 702-547-6565. But you can find us online, stemcellpowernow.com, or just Google Stem Cell Therapy Las Vegas, and we're going to be number one.
Yes, and you also have a lot of social media, and you came up with these, I saw today, great videos that are educational, informative. What's your handle?
Dynamic Stem Cell Therapy. So everything's just branded, the same name, YouTube channel, Facebook, everything is just Dynamic Stem Cell Therapy. You can find us there, and we're always just trying to put out more information, education, be it articles or be it frequently asked question videos, because of, the world like it is. People like videos. They don't like to read so much. So
yeah. So repeat one more time your phone number, please.
702-547-6565.
Wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Again, a pleasure. It's always very educational to talk to you. I learn something new every time.
That's right.
Thank you.
I'm happy to do it. You're welcome.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Please follow, like, share, subscribe, and I will see you next time with more on getting to know our partners. I'm Camilla Durand. See you soon.